Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Dan
welcome
Reed's.
to the Tuesday podcast. Rick was late tonight.
No, Dan was late. Dan had to stop and poop at Tim Hortons.
Oh, yeah, there was going to be a mess in the car.
I got the huge chucklehead poking out. I'm not kidding.
Listen, we were driving on the throughway and it went.
He goes, I got to go to Tim Hortons.
Yeah, there was a rumble.
They don't want to know either, all right?
Yeah.
After the shit you send me on fucking Messenger, you can hear about shit all day.
It's all good. Did you guys see the Debo video?
Yeah,
did.
That was
that's
awesome.
freaking awesome.
We got
Thank you, Joe Castle, for making my day.
Yep, that was good.
Debo gave a shout out to the Tuesday night
Hitman.
the Hitman and the league and the Buffalo Draft League.
and he still has a tricycle.
Buffalo Draft League worldwide. So anyway, Tuesday night, final podcast of last session, but beginning podcast and season preview for Tuesdays coming up this spring and summer, 2019. So get right to it. The final of the championship game, my boy.
4-3.
4-3. Hitmen over KAS in overtime.
Yep.
Great effing game. You weren't here, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, you were here. Yes, he was here because he drafted. It was a very good game. KAS brought it. We brought it. It was back and forth. Both goalies made some saves. It was a good game all the way around, I thought. Scott Mackert had fucking another game, back-to-back weeks, big games out of him. Mike Reagan had a big game. Verdi does what he does best, draws a lot away from him and then dishes it. So, great game, great season, KAS. I know it sucks to lose, but you guys still deserve everything that you got. You guys brought it. So, in that game, we had Mackert had 2 goals, Reagan had 2 goals, and Hartke had 2 goals for KAS, both wrist shots from the point on draws that we lost in our zone, which those hurt.
And he did walk some people, so he had his dancing shoes on.
He walked Verdolino.
No, it was bad.
Jimmy got walked.
It was bad.
Jimmy's jock was on the ground. And then he was sniffing it, like those pictures I sent the other day.
Yep.
So, anyway, OT winner, Scott Mackert, off a feed from Verdolino, cycled down low, dished it out front, and Scotty it trickled in. He didn't bang it in. It kind of trickled in.
Yep.
So, great game. My playoff MVP for the whole playoffs is Mackert. Hat trick last week, 2 goals last night. He brought it for the playoffs, and he didn't stop running.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Played well.
Thoughts?
I thought it was a hell of a game. I said it was going to be close. I did pick KAS 5-3,
You said
but I
5-3.
said
Yep.
it would be close, and I was right. I just had Verdolino made sure he told me before the All-Star game I was 0 for 3 with taking you guys losing. So we'll go with that.
Okay. Yeah, Verdi said he wasn't letting us lose, but he did as much as he could the other night. But we did have a goal that went in at the beginning of the second period.
I will say we were all watching. We couldn't tell from our end, but we couldn't tell.
It was in. It was in. You can tell by the sound. If I was roughing and wasn't looking, I could tell. It hit the center post, came out, hit the post, and went out. Went right in the center, right by Biber's foot, hit the center bar, hit the post, and came out. It was in. And you could just tell by the sound of that thud of that white pad in the back of the net that it hit that center post first.
Matt Kasachi must have missed it because he would never miss a call.
Matt said he wasn't. He said he wasn't looking at
I
the
know
goal.
he wasn't.
Having said that, I just want to say one thing. Okay, having said that, I apologize to Matt Kasachi. I shot the ball towards him, even though they missed a really bad call.
After you got tripped?
Right. So what I meant to do was shoot the ball straight at me. Shoot the ball at the boards where you were, but not at you. Not at you. You were there. It was supposed to go straight.
I was really surprised you didn't get a penalty.
Yeah, me too. And I should have. And I apologize to you. There's no sign of disrespect. I meant to shoot it straight to show you. But even when it went towards you, I was like, shit. No disrespect. I apologize. So I still shouldn't have done it.
No, I thought he was going to give you a penalty because he walked up and like, oh shit, he's giving him a penalty. But 3 stars for the game. I had Mackert 1, Hartke 2, and Reagan 3. Reagan had 2 goals. And Reagan was a beast getting back. And a couple times when I took draws, he covered the point. It worked well. We came together as a team in the third period and got tied up.
I would put in the KAS goalie in there too. I thought he played very well.
Fiber?
He had a lot of saves.
We're going 3 stars, good.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. And then we had the All-Star game, which Dan started, not. Dan played a good game, though, but All-Star game was the Wales, which was the gray team, versus the Campbell, which was the black. These nice shirts. Shout out to Bill Herman and Identity Inc. for making these up. Great job, Billy. Thank you again for everything you've done for the league, the way you hook these guys up. Identity Inc. for all your needs. 5-1, Wales beat Campbell. Verdolino had 3 goals. Sardo had 3 assists. Rukoff had a goal for Campbell. And the highlight of the game for me was the penalty shot that Stu took on Paul.
Yes, he
That
looked
was
terrible.
hilarious.
Yeah, it was bad.
That was so funny. I wish somebody would have videoed it so I could
We did not.
dropped it in here.
I had a felonious penalty called on myself.
Felonious.
It was I don't even know what happened. Apparently, Favada dove behind me.
You were just in the vicinity.
Yeah, it was terrible. I assume Casacci was behind it.
Florette played worthy of a first-round pick, which we'll get to later. A lot of talent on the floor, and he had one goal against, and he had a lot of shots, I thought, on him. My 3 stars for that game were Florette 1, Verdolino 2, and Sardo 3.
Yeah, and Sardo didn't even dive.
Yeah, Sardo didn't throw a water bottle either.
No, he did not.
Or Indian steal a donut.
Nope,
Those weren't
he
in
did
the
not.
tank. Nope. And but the highlight for me was the penalty shot between.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
We had that. So me and Pelkey. I said, Pelkey, you've got to give Paul a slashing penalty for chopping the floor, and then let Stu take the penalty shot.
Slashing the floor.
He kind of laughed. Well, that's what he called him for. He kind of laughed, and he goes, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I'll do it." I'm like, "No, you won't." He's like, "Yeah, I will." So I said, "Stu, he's gonna call." And Stu's like, "No, I'm not taking the penalty shot."
No,
so
he did.
It was good stuff. But it was funny. Good sports all the way around. It was an all-star game. It's an exhibition. However, it was a very serious game. And that's where we're at with that. That wraps up season 1 for me. You guys got anything you want to add?
I thought it was a great session. I had fun. It was good every week.
Yep.
Really no issues.
Okay.
Other than we had the tomahawk chop incident first or second week.
And the yard sale out here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Other than that, I thought it was a pretty good session. No problems. It was fun. We'll talk with Casacci later.
Yeah.
I got to go over the video with him.
On to session 2. I was going to start with the draft. The first round of the draft was pretty much
Let's just
exactly-
get this out of the way.
exactly
Rick
as I
wants to
called
tell
it.
everyone this is how it went.
exactly how I called it on both drafts.
That's what he's trying to go for.
Well,
here.
I'm telling
so
you.
let's just get him.
No,
up.
anyway, the draft went well. I thought some guys got picked out of place that they shouldn't have been picked where they were. I thought some guys got picked too early. I'm not going to say any names.
You could say me. It's okay.
No, I didn't think you got picked too early. I had you going. I actually had you going there
Right
in my
there.
second
I know.
round.
Actually,
I know.
I will say, I thought when I got Paul Sanchez in the 4th round, I couldn't believe it.
You know what? There were some. I'm not going to Paul. Yeah, Paul 4th round. Yes, in this league, yes. But there were some other guys that went early that should have went where they went in the first 2-3 rounds. I'm not going to say any names, but there was better talent on the board. You know, one of the steals of the draft, and that was what I'm going to get into next, is the sleeper picks. The biggest steal I felt in the draft is Preischel got Paul Steffen in the 5th round. He should have been a second. I
He's a good
told
player.
everybody he should have been a 1st or 2nd round pick, and nobody listened to me. I told you guys in the mock drafts. I said it. Steffen shouldn't go that late, even when he went in the 3rd round, and nobody listened. So
I didn't know who he was.
He went in the 5th round, and that's actually going to be pretty formidable. With Preischel's team with Burness, Stamfer. Is that right?
No.
No, that's not. That's. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm on the wrong page, guys. Too much hockey in this book. Burness, Preischel, Steffen, Macker. Macker went in the 6th round, which I thought was another steal. The way he played the last 5 weeks of the season.
That March too?
Yeah, he's got Martz on D. I'm telling you, and this guy Aaron Peters, from what I've been saying, I heard
where did
on
this
Sunday
guy come
nights.
from?
On Sunday nights, he's lighting it up scoring. So we'll find out. But I think that Preischel got the 2 steals of the draft with Steffen in the 5th round and Macker in the 6th round. He did his homework, and of course, Burness helped him.
Yep.
But that's going to be a formidable. If he puts Steffen, Macker, and Burness together, that's going to be a good line. It really will. So.
Who's Burness?
And then the second steal, I can't believe he went in the 7th round because of everything he did for us, and Jimmy grabbed him, was Joe Castle. Joe Castle shouldn't have went in the 7th round.
Yep. He was. I tried to.
No way.
We tried to talk about getting him before that, but that's where we grabbed you before that. I told him he can play up and back. He's universal. He knows where he's supposed to be. That's a good pick.
10th round, Favada picked up Jake Miller. Everybody has issues with Jake and his scorekeeping issues, but and not being by the time clock. But he's not a 10th round pick, not in this league.
I'm going to agree with you on that.
He's
Because I
not.
harassed him this year a lot, and I haven't in the last few weeks. But actually, when he played, he had probably 1 or 2 goals a game.
He's a decent. He's a decent player. He's a 5th or 6th round 4th and 6th round.
Breakout
he's
pass, he's tough to catch.
He's not a 10th round guy. He's not. I'm
No,
sorry.
I wouldn't say he's 10th.
And then the guy that a lot of guys don't know, I know him. Jeff Goodrich knows him. Jim Waz, who we got in the 8th round. I think Jimmy's going to come in here. Jimmy runs, and Jimmy's like the Energizer Bunny. So I think that was a steal for us, and I think Burness was going to have him grab him next instead of that Aaron Peters. So that was those were that's what I thought were the sleepers of the draft. I don't know if any of you guys know any of the guys that Bovolsik too. That was a quality pick. But I don't know if you realize this. You drafted 6 defensemen because Sardo was very adamant about it on the Facebook page and about it when he signed up that he wanted to be a defenseman this session.
Well, let's explain this to you. We had a box of donuts over there one night.
You talked to him about it. I'm just telling you what he wanted.
Sardo.
I'm just telling you what he wanted.
We do have a plan, though.
Yeah.
We did. We did talk to Milosevic.
Yep.
He was. What's up? He was more than willing to play forward if we had enough D.
Yep.
And he had played forward for us.
Okay, Milishevsky can play forward. Yep. Okay, well,
With
that's
Sardo, we can work Sardo around, or we'll just have 9 forwards and let Dotson play D.
so you can put Dotson on forward too.
I can do that too.
So,
But he already told Verdi he'll see him in the corner. So.
and then Favada drafted all forwards: Husinger, Rukov, Favada, Herman, Moon, Wilson, Anthony Charles. You can't put Anthony Charles on defense.
Yeah, you can. Why not?
You can do whatever you want.
You can do that.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want.
What are you gonna do? Put Favada on D?
Favada don't come past the blue line unless there's a
know.
face-off.
But he won't screen your goalie.
You can't. He's not tall enough.
I know. He's not going to screen him. I mean, the ball will still hit the goalie in his pads every time.
All right. Anyway, those were the steals of the draft. I thought.
I will admit, some of these guys you mentioned in the later, I really just didn't know names.
Yeah.
Bovolsik, I knew who he was once I saw his Facebook from here because I'd been wanting to find his name to pick him on Thursday.
Okay.
I didn't know who he was.
Yeah,
Ben
he's not on Facebook.
Yeah, Ben helped me.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Ben helped, and Burness helped Reichel, and you can tell by the way the teams were picked.
I got a sleeper on my team, Norm
Titterington. Yeah.
He sent us a text today. He doesn't watch socks because he's been working out his calves all year. So.
Oh, is it gonna be like that Liberty commercial with the guy with the fucking
custom calves?
You guys watch out. I'm just letting you know. That's what the text is.
Okay, Tits. His nickname's Tits. By the way.
Well,
okay. We got Sammy Batts and we got Tits.
I think he's going to be the steal for us.
And we got Sammy Batts in the last round. It seems like I always got to play with Sammy. So
Yeah. And
we're like Laurel and Hardy.
Dan Martin might be a defenseman, but he can play D and forward.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and Joe Gallagher can play either too.
Yep.
So, and you got your stud Paul Sanchez. So you're 30-point-a-year guy.
We're going to keep an eye on him though. His behavior on the floor can be.
You better not let him get into the Grape 8 before the games. And then another pick that was late too. That Hasse. I mean.
Yeah, I didn't know. I knew who he was, but I didn't know who he was.
And I mean, I like the teams. I did do my best team out of the gate right now is Teabaggers.
Who's that?
Because Shots team, and the reason why is he's got Florette. He's got a good team, and he got guys late. I mean, he's got a good start with Reagan, Stamper, Oakley, Armini, Sperduti, Castle. I mean, that's the Suba. Nobody knows who this Ben Suba is. He could be a good player. He could turn out to be a sleeper. I don't know. So
I can't wait till Stanford loses the ball trying to dangle people.
I think, yeah, but I think that where they have weaknesses, I think Florette's going to cover that up.
I think they will. I think all the teams looking over it is pretty even.
Well, I did a power ranking, so I put Teabaggers at 1. I put American Dream, which is Preichel's team, Burness. With that offense that they have, they're going to be good. I got them at 2. And I've got us at 3 because I don't really see a hole in our team. I don't. I mean, we've got a solid team. We were able to grab Tony Clough late. We got Bonas. If Bonas works out and plays well, we're going to be fine. We got Doc in the 10th round.
Yeah.
I mean, Provorst was a good pick, quality pick there in the 5th round.
You went up in the 6th?
I went in the 6th.
That was high too.
No, I don't think so. So, yeah, I mean, Provorst was a good a sleeper pick there, and I guess you guys know him from the West Side.
I grew up with Brian and Dave, and known him since I was little kids.
We're going to be formidable. There's not going to be. We'll have a good team that plays position. So if Sam Battleana can stay out of the box, we'll be fine. And then my 4th is Kramer Forestry. They're pretty much almost the same team. Connolly, Puffer, Holton, Kramer, Gang, and then they added Verdolino. And that's, as you know from our team, I mean, he can put the ball in the net.
Yep.
So that's what people are going to have to key on. Bill Dotson says he's going to shut Verdi down. So
we already told him we'll see him in the corner.
all right, well, that's and Billy could probably. Verdi, I know you're going to text me later and say, he can't shut me down, but I know Dotson can do it. So
Just keep the sex toys out of the
my fourth, I got Kramer. I got fifth. Fifth is Cobra Kai, sorry. And then bringing up the rear is a Jerry Hatrix.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm sorry we had to change our name.
That's all right.
Because
didn't
Jamie's
mind.
not on it, so we can't have it. I will not have Jamie off the team and
that's fine.
let
Dude.
Sardo be
You didn't change it before anything was printed, so it's all good. So yeah, the previous donut hole is now Cobra Kai. That's my power rankings for.
So I'll take a stab at first glance. I think Cobra Kai is number one. I think Dan picked a very good team. He's got a very deep team, and his best players have a lot of talent. So,
okay.
I like their team. I like Preisel's team. Next, Bertolino added to Puffer in that team, which was in every single game. I think they're next, and then I think it's those three are the top ones, and then everyone else is after that. Our team, Vada's team, Shot's team. Okay. I think the talent is spread out a little bit more than what it was.
That is.
I think that's my opinion, but I think that Dan has the most upper level talent in the right spots.
Okay.
So,
all right.
As far as that goes, I mean, what do you think?
I was thinking about the same. Not because it's my team, but I think with what Jamie has in the top
your
three,
goalie is the wild card for me. It depends on how good your
is.
goalie is. I don't know who he is. I know
Siegel said he's okay.
Siegel says he's okay. I mean, that's I heard Luke Tarquin was okay at Mineral Springs, and I mean, sorry Luke, but
Who's that?
the guy that played for the Kings this session. And you saw some of the goals he let in, and everybody said, oh yeah, he's pretty good. He's okay. Well, after that experiment, I'm not going off anybody says anybody's okay. I know Bonas can play. I played with Bonas before.
Goodrich knew him too, so he
so
asked me about the goalies. I said, look, after the three I knew win, I said, you got to take
over
who
there,
you know.
and I didn't realize Bonas was still there. And I said, if you're going to take your goalie, take Bonas now before he's gone.
I'm still a very big proponent. If you put a good D in front of him,
Yes.
you can make an average goalie good.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So I kind of drafted around getting solid defensemen.
You pull the balls deeper.
I don't have to worry about nothing.
So that's power rankings. You want to go ahead and take
I'm going to
a
say
crack
that
at
mine are probably the same as Jamie's.
Okay.
Those top three, top bottom. I mean, anything can change though.
it? Yeah. You're not in the screen there, buddy.
Nope, sorry.
Then fundraising for our cup. We want to start working on that this session, starting this week. Paul Sanchez will be heading it up. I guess you guys are going to help him, right?
Yep.
Okay. There's going to be a Follow the Queen where he could put a board up with a bunch of queens. It's $10 a card. Whoever picks the queen gets a percentage of the money.
And you get a nude photo of Stu.
It's 52 cards, so it's $10. That's a good chunk of change.
Yep.
So if you get $350 and 170 goes towards the cup, that's 52 cards in a deck. Then the King of the Rink we're going to do here also. And me and Paul kind of discussed it a little the other day. We're actually going to do it different than they do on Thursdays. We don't have to do everything the same as they do on Thursdays. I think we're going to go, if you were drafted in the first 5 rounds and your name gets picked, you have to score a hat trick. If you're drafted in 5 rounds below, you have to score 2 goals if your name gets picked. Because there's a lot of guys, like I've seen Sam Badalana score 2 goals. I've seen Jake Miller score 2 goals, and those guys all got picked.
That's
so
fair.
it makes it fair, I think. And that's what me and Paul discussed. That's still in the works. He'll let us all know next week.
And the game with the queens.
Yeah, that's
We're going to have the
Queen.
board up high. Then we're going to video
Nick,
it, but Nick's going to be the one that has to put them on the board.
Pin the tail on the queen. And then 50-50 raffles we'll be doing too. So that's what's going on with that. And money for the league. For guys that don't know and guys that haven't been in the league, for your captains, please let your players know. Week 1, $40 is due first game. A total of $155 is due by week 3. If you need to work something out, you work it out with Frank only. Don't try to work it out with me. Don't try to work it out with Jim. Go see Frank Young. Pay your money by the 3rd week. Don't have me or Jim bothering you and asking you guys for your money. Get it paid, get it done. The league went well last year. We had a couple stragglers, but I'd like to have this all paid up by week 3. If you want to pay the full $155 week 1, go right ahead. The season ahead, week 1.
Is one question.
Yes.
Is there anyone on the reserve list?
Yes, right now Kevin Jablonski is the first replacement, and then Dave Bastion is second. Kevin actually got left out of the draft. That was an oversight on my part. He told me one night here. I completely forgot about it. So Kevin is going to be the first replacement. There's a bunch of reserves. There's Mike Lebecki, Bob Benschadel. There's a ton of guys that are on the sub list. But replacement players, if somebody drops, gets hurt, we can't get a hold of them and they decide they don't want to play, they come here 1 week and they're done.
Okay.
Then we've got the replacement players are Jablonski and Bastian.
Okay.
And then I've got a list. I will get that to everybody by Tuesday. All the captains will have it. And you'll have the goalie waiting list, the goalie sub list too. Now here's the thing: goalie sub list. You use the goalies up the sub list first. If you can't get a hold of somebody off the sub list, your next choice is to go to the 5 goalies that are in the league that don't play for you. After that, you can get anybody you want. Okay, clear?
That's
Are we
fair.
clear? Clear. I hope so, because I'm not having it happen what happened last year. Nick, I will pound you into the ground. Just kidding. And then season ahead, first game. We're going to do real quick. Who you got this week? First game, 7:30. Kramer Forestry takes on the American Dream.
Who the hell's the American Dream?
Preichel, Burness, Monteith, Martz, Steffen, Mackert, Hasse, Nevins, Peters, Blando, and DePasquale. 2 new guys for the league there, Peters and DePasquale. They could be wild cards. Don't know who they are.
Oh, Bertolino already said that Burness ain't going to do shit this session.
And that's the other thing, Burness versus Vertolino this week. First game, 1v2.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to take American Dream.
Really?
I'm going to take them 3-2. And I'm only doing this because then I can tell Bertolino the following week I'm 1 for 3 now.
Okay. What do you...
I'm taking American Dream. I'm going to take 6-4.
I'm taking Kramer Forestry, 7-3.
All right.
Yep. I think Puffer's going to have a couple goals. I think it's going to... With Verdi having the ball and down low, guys are going to suck down and chase him, and it's going to leave Puffer open at the point. Puffer and Rack on the point, dude. 2 of the hardest shots in the league.
Monteith and goal.
Puffer and Rack at the point. So that's I'm taking.
Monteith and goal. It
So
seems
you
pretty
both
good.
picked American Dream. I'm taking Kramer.
Rack does hit the basketball not a lot, though.
Game two, we got the Teabaggers,
Who's
which
that?
is Florette, Reagan, Stamford, Oakley, Armini, Sperduti, Castle, Rybzinski, Hurley, Schott, and Suba.
Oh, get on Florette early.
Going
That'll be a good
against
game.
Cobra Kai, which is Dodson, McDaniel, Reed, Sanchez, Sardo, Bavolsik, Milashevsky, Berlinski, Titterington, Tits, Gallagher, and Dan Martin. What you got?
I got Cobra Kai 5-3.
Okay.
I have Cobra Kai 5-3 also.
I'm going against them again. I got Teabaggers, 2-1.
Whoa.
In a low-scoring affair.
Whoa.
Yep, 2-1. Game 3, KAS versus the Jerry Hattricks.
Who's Jerry Hattrick?
Husinger, Rukoff, Favada, Bill Herman, Moon, Siegel, Dave Latta,
KS.
Matt Wilson, Vertolino, the other Vertolino, Miller, and Charles. And then we got going against KAS, which is Russo, Annunziata, the 2 Nunzos, Goodrich, Provorst, myself, Tony Clough, Bonas, Waz, Doc Smith, and Sammy Batts.
What's the giveaway on you over under?
I'm not having any giveaways this week, and stop with the turnovers. I am not that bad.
You guys,
You're going to hear it tonight.
You guys-
You know
I've been with it for a while.
You better get ready.
just for the record, I play with him every week. Tuesday, Thursday, I'm going to play with him again. I know where he's going. I know what he's doing. The odd time that it does come off his stick, I'm right there. I know where he's looking. I can see it, so I'm usually right in that spot if it does happen to slip. So it's not that big a
I'm
deal.
not that bad. I don't give it up that
I mean,
much. That's
he
the
does
thing.
have oven mitts. He did wear them 1 week. He did burn his hand while
I
he was
lived up
there.
to
Who
it.
knows what
I
he was
lived up to
doing
it.
that he
I
burnt
lived
his
up to
hand
it.
You
in
know
hockey.
tonight you're going to hear it a lot, though.
Oh, I know. I'm going to hear
It
it
is
all
what it
night.
is.
Every time I'm down here on this end, it's fucking relentless. So anyway, we got KS versus. I'm going with you guys. I'm KS. I'm picking us to win. So you guys, KS. Oh, sorry, Nick.
And I'm not doing it because of Nick. I'm just saying I think KS.
You just said it because now we know you're doing it because of it.
4-3. It'll be a close game.
I think it's going to be close.
Anyway, welcome to the new guys to the league.
Yep.
I'm glad the guys that came back. Come fall, I think with everybody coming back, because a lot of the guys said they're taking the summer off, they're coming back in the fall. I think we're going to have 7 teams in the fall with a bye week, which will be
I
good.
was really disappointed that one guy from KS did not come back.
Ben Shadle with the yellow shin guards?
No. Well, he was one.
The big guy with the tall
Bucky?
socks.
The big guy, the jack dude that plays D. And
Bucky.
he always
the one
slams somebody.
That did this to me. My ankle
Yeah, he
still
always
like a
hit
boot.
somebody.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah, Bucky and Ben Shadle. So we got a lot of guys coming back in the fall. Those will be 2 of them that'll be back. Next session, Goodrich, Favada, Puffer, and Preichel are not going to be able to captain. We need 4 new captains for next
Why
session
aren't they?
because they did 2 in a row. We're doing it just like Thursdays. You can only do 2 in a row. Unless we don't have anybody else step up, but what I'm thinking about doing next session, and I talked to Jim about this, I talked to Stanford, they all like this idea, is these guys that always get picked in the end. The Anthony Charles, the Sam Battleanas, the Norm Titteringtons. I'm going to ask 6 of those guys that are in that group, hey, do you guys want to be captains? And next session, let 6 of them be captains so we can get a different perspective instead of all being the guys, the upper tier players, the guys that are, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The guys that, I'm not trying, I don't want to say it the wrong way and insult anybody, but you guys know what I mean. The guys that are
they can do it though, but they can do it because if you make mock drafts and lead them, they know who the top guys in the league are.
Right.
They play on the teams, they know who goes out all the time.
Right.
They get the right first player.
And most of these guys stick around and watch, and they play other games and they fill in. So I mean, they know who guys are. So I'm thinking next session we do that. You'll be able to, and then we'll go back to the regular rotation. I don't want to do the ranking of captains like we do on Thursdays. I don't like it. I think it's wrong. If you're going to be a captain, you buck up and take the chance. If you're a guy that's a lower tier guy and you're going to go, okay, I'm going to be a captain, you get the first round pick, you got to sell that first round pick to, hey, I know we're not picking again until 15, 16, but stick with me and we'll put a good team together. But, I don't like the ranking of the captains. I think it's bullshit. But that's my opinion. And
I agree.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. That's
right.
I think there's a slight advantage to being a captain, and if you're a good player, and it's offset by the fact that you have to chase people down every week. That's tiring. I mean, there's a pro and a con to it. It's you're penalized because you're a good player, but then you still have to chase everyone around.
First session on Tuesdays, we didn't rank the captains, but all of us guys that captain were pretty equal. Nevada, Goodrich, me. I mean, we were equal players. We're at equal standing. I look at it like this: 3rd to 6th round. Those guys right in there. I could go in the 3rd round. I could go in the 6th round. Yeah. It all depends on who's picking me. You could go in. You could have went as late as the 4th round.
But I think it's easier. You don't really have to chase guys in this league. You have to pay by the 3rd week.
Right.
You basically. All these guys are here every week.
The only thing the captains got to do is if you guys want to get jerseys, it's on you, and you got to make sure you guys are there every week. That's the only thing the only onus. There's nothing that you guys pay your $155. We worry about everybody else.
I think the only hard thing is if your goalie can't play. Once you get through 1 or 2 guys, and then you have to start going.
Well, that's why me and Jim have every week this year nobody was without a goalie.
So actually, that's my next thing I had to get into. Nobody can play this week. I asked all the goalies, so Frank Kite's is playing for me the first week.
Bullshit.
I asked everyone. Everybody's out.
No, you didn't. You didn't let me know. Fuck, he's going to get pounded too, Nick. All right, that's it. That's all I got.
That's all I got.
If you guys have ideas for the Donut Cast or the Donut Podcast
pizza.
with Laura,
Pizza
we haven't had
cast.
pizza thrown out there, wings, beer.
Pizza. Let's do pizza.
The first week.
Pizza.
The first week, why don't you guys let me and Jamie know what you think you want to see? Don't let Rick manipulate this.
Pizza!
Let us know. And if Rick tells us
wings
pizza...
will get cold. Pizza's still good.
I know, I'm just saying, we're giving everyone an
wings
option.
Wings are nasty when they're cold. It's like eating wet. It's like
the donut craze is
like
on,
cold wings. I love them.
Cold wings, when you're chewing on, it's like licking a fucking cold clit.
Well,
if you're into that necrophilia shit. So
I don't know why.
I think it's time for this to be over now.
Yeah. All right. Say la vie.